All right, here we go. It's going to be a fun one. A lot of pull requests, a lot of stuff to do in the development world today. Thought I'd check in with chat. It's so much fun. I like messing with everybody, kind of trolling folks too. But yeah, lots going on. I've saw some people message me, let me know there was a couple outstanding PRs or let's say time sensitive PRs that were already merged pre-stream because there was an exploit in one of my GitHub actions. So I was like, oh, darn it. But that's already been taken care of. So we should be able to jump into it relatively easily here. It should be pretty good. I know I'm doing a little early. This whole week is going to be a bit of a crapshoot. I'm sorry I missed yesterday's stream, but it was a bit wild, too long. Didn't read of all of that is I had to wake up at 4 a.m. And by the time I got done with all the stuff and my wife being out of town pretty much all week, I was like, all right, I need a nap. And then by the time I took my nap, I was like, well, there goes the day. And I just woke up like a zombie and I was like, all right, that's okay. I'll do like a script or something. So I did some outlines instead of streaming yesterday. But on the bright side, instead of going to work today, I thought, hey, let's do a live stream for a couple hours before I have to go pick up the kids, because I'm doing Mr. Mom this week. So I'm cooking, doing the picking the kids up from school, all that. Oh, it's fun though. I enjoy it. It's just a blast either way. but yeah, 4 a.m. to like about 11 p.m. I'd say. But I did get a nap, so there is that. Sleep when you're dead. That's why you don't have kids. Oh, Patrick, man, thanks for the 10 subs. Much appreciated. Does everybody in the family run Linux? We kind of got bouncing around on that. My daughter's more of a Chromebook user because of her school. My wife loves, she bounces around a little bit. Mostly Windows though, because she does a lot of, what do you call it? Hidden object games. So those hidden object games are mostly Windows only. I mean, I bet I could emulate it in like Wine or something, but it's not worth it. I'd rather her just hit setup.exe and install them and then do it, like big fish games and stuff. I don't even know if you can call them games, but she enjoys it. So I'm like, all right, yeah, you can use Windows. And then my son also Windows because he does actually like AAA gaming and things like that. So just makes more sense. And then for me, I mean, geez, I really, really heavily went Linux these days. I still have Windows on the inside machine, but I think I got to get rid of it. I was just thinking about this the other day, and while Windows, the only thing that's keeping me on Windows on the inside machine is there's no feature parity in DaVinci Resolve. And there's one feature that Windows has in DaVinci Resolve that Linux does not. And that is the upload to YouTube function. You might be thinking, Titus, that's such a small thing. And usually it would be, but these streams get edited and I do these chapter markers and everything. So when you look at the streams afterwards, let's say you're like, hey, Titus, you're just such a yapper. I'm tired of these yapping at the 10 minutes on the front load of the streams. And I just want to skip into the good stuff, when you're breaking things and accepting pull requests you probably shouldn't accept. Well, that's why I do that. So I could have those chapter markers and then upload. So then it automatically timestamps all my videos and uploads them to YouTube with the timestamps. And you wouldn't think it saves that much time, but it does. So that's why I still use Windows on the inside machine to edit. I really don't want to. But such is life. At the end of the day, I just say, hey, what will produce the best content? And then I just do that. And what's the easiest for me? Then I do that. And that's how I view all the tools. I don't really think of it from like a political lens, like, hey, what's their license or all this other stuff some folks do. I just say, hey, what's the fastest? What's the most efficient? How do I do this quicker and better? And I think if I was a hardcore Linux person, I would say the rebuttal to this is you'd save a lot more time if you were just in Linux, because you wouldn't have all the extra crap going on with Windows, especially someone like me that has a really good environment that I can just kind of hang out in. And oh, geez, this is weird looking at myself while I'm talking. And I think I would save a lot of time if I loaded up that inside PC with just Linux. I think I would get a lot more work done on that side of things. It's just the editing side I wouldn't. So it's a kind of a push-pull for me where I'm like, I might get more done, but I might not. On the editing side of things, it'd be slower. But on the actual work product I'd produce, I know I would produce more in Linux. Yeah. Anyways, I kind of go back and forth. I'm just all over the place when it comes to Linux, Windows. And honestly, Mac OS 15's coming out. So maybe I boot up the old Mac and then upgrade to iOS 15. Y'all want to see that stream? Apparently, they're getting tiling. You know how I always am bashing Mac because their window management is just the worst ever envisioned and just awful? Well, it looks like they might actually finally do something with that. So I am actually like, all right, well, I'll try it out. But yeah, as far as like going full Mac and those types of things, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I'm really good on that. Yeah, Mac util incoming. Yeah. You know, we could do a Mac util. Seriously. I mean, you know, a lot of people say it joking, tongue in cheek, but Mac's defaults are kind of crap. I mean, they're not like super intrusive and terrible like Windows. Like Windows, oh my God, geez, don't get me started. The defaults are just made by a crackhead. But Mac defaults aren't that much better. Like, you look at a Mac out of the gate and they have like really crappy animations that slow you down. They have wacky window management we talked about. Finder, the file explorer in Mac, is awful. And its defaults are awful. And I think every Mac user changes all this. So when you really get a brand new Mac, you load it up, there's a lot of customization that goes into it. And also, there's a lot of optimizations that can be made because Macs waste so much in ways of resources and processing time on just the most trivial things that nobody cares about. Unless you're like a soy latte drinking hipster that just doesn't, you know, just like, oh, look at my Mac, I'm so cool. But a lot of like the decoration, animations, all the extra garbage that they load up by defaults is not very good. And frankly, for the developer out there that has a MacBook Pro, there's a lot of optimizations that are made usually by them. And like, I mean, heck, just installing Homebrew or Nix in Mac and setting up Xcode so it doesn't, you know, not maddening to deal with. There's a lot of optimizations to be made there. But a lot of developers choose Mac just because it's so darn reliable and stable, even though the environment itself has kind of ridiculous setups. Again, more for front-end developers or maybe like web developers, I think usually choose Mac. And yeah, you know, that's just kind of my 2 cents just based on my experiences. But yeah, I could definitely do a Mac utility. Just the development and then the distribution of it. I got a lot of thoughts there. And YouTubers do use Mac. A lot of YouTubers do. A lot of them use like a Mac Studio and those types of things. And for a while there, I was like, hey, let me try their workflow because I was curious. So for an entire, probably a year and a half, I think it was, maybe even 2 years, I did a Mac Mini, which was $800 M1. So this would have been circa 2021, 2022, probably. I did it all on a Mac with Final Cut Pro. And it was good. It was a good workflow, very consistent, very reliable. I got my work done. And then I was like, okay, I got to get out of this Mac ecosystem. It just bothers me. I didn't like it. Just the aesthetics and the look of it itself is just like, ugh. I mean, I did stuff to make it sensible, you know, install a magnet for window management, making a lot of Finder changes, doing like almost like an X settings kind of situation where you change out the animations and some of the defaults, and there's like all these artificial delays built into Mac I got rid of all that crap. Anyways, yeah. So maybe in the future, I don't think I'd make it open source. I think at this time we do need to talk about this. This is of utmost importance. And you might be thinking, not open source, Titus. What's up with that? Well, let me just show you. Doing stuff open source is great, but in Linux utility, we have 61 pull requests. So let's say I add another project onto here. I don't think I have it in me to be open source on the new, like, let's say I do a Mac project. I think I would close source that and just make all the changes myself and just bring it really in-house. That way, when I work on it, I can just do what I want to do and then program everything myself. Because when you have an internal project, you're coding and programming everything. When you have a really popular open source project, you're not really programming anymore. Like Linutil, I initially made it, just to give you a kind of a state of the utility. I initially made this because I wanted to learn Rust. And while I am learning some Rust, I'm not really programming very much. I am more of a project manager at this stage. It feels more like I'm just like a lead on a project, and I'm the one making the decisions for everything in the direction. And then I have just a massive team of people just saying, here's everything, blah, and then just dumping all this stuff. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm doing code review for the next foreseeable future. And that's kind of what's happened with Linux utility. It's a great problem to have. And I'm really thankful for all the contributors because, man, this is way better than anything I could do by myself. But at the same token, there are downsides. And the downsides are I really wanted to learn more. And I definitely am not learning as much just doing code review. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. Just to give you an update. You might have the worst Twitch name for that. You deserve a follow. Keep up the good work. Good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah, not very original. Chris Titus Tech. But at least my name's in there. It's easy. Easy to remember. And it's Chris Titus Tech everywhere. Whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube. You can always look me up anywhere. I just kind of... except TikTok. I never got the handle for Chris Titus Tech on TikTok. I was too slow. I was like, shorts and... short form video, it just was like gross. And I was too late to the party by the time I tried to reserve my name there. Someone already impersonated me. So if you ever see Chris Titus Tech on TikTok, that's not me. Technical Titus, I kind of like that. That's a good ring to it. Who uses TikTok anyways? True. It should be banned, I think, next month anyways. So, oh well. No huge loss there. Might be missing out on some pennies there in revenue. All right. Well, let's get into some pull requests. Let's see what we have here. Now that we've yapped for 20 minutes, let's see where we start with these 60 some odd pull requests. I did have someone request like maybe a team of maintainers to accept and deny pull requests. And my initial thought on that is no. I want to review all pull requests and then be the final sign off. And the reason why I say that, I know sometimes that means development will move slower and sometimes you'll have a lot of outstanding pull requests, but it's very deliberate. And if you have too many chefs in the kitchen, sometimes your vision can get lost. And I don't like that. So that's why I don't really want to allow anybody to accept PRs. And some PRs will just get denied based on just, hey, it doesn't align with what I'm thinking. But I'm not completely adverse to that, depending on what happens in the future. So we'll see. Like I said, it's not something that I want to just do overnight. It's something I kind of want to think about some more. And, we'll see where it goes. Censorship. Yeah. I think when it comes to censorship and moderation, it's a difficult thing. You have to have some censorship and some moderation, and it's a difficult balance to strike. Many people don't understand that. They're like, we just need everything open and free, and I'm like, no, you need to have some moderation and censorship. It's just what degree, How do you make sure you don't have any bias with the censorship and you strike an equal and fair environment? It's a difficult thing to do, especially at a large scale. All right, have a good one, Tails. All right, so let's start here. Went over the code base. Let's see, did this ever get updated? I know Just Linux User was working on it, but let's see if it did. I know he was fixing some stuff, but I don't know if it ever got updated. I don't think it did. Nah, let's just close this one out. And let's just go with the next PR. All right, start working on a GUI for this tool. Let's close this one out. I can tell you already, we're not ready for a GUI. We're still changing a lot of the fundamental foundations. Next up, let's go to here. Add Collector's Edition Bunny Pet for Terra. I never actually played, how do you even say it? Terraria? Terraria? I don't know. 69 issues, nice. This is too funny. Let's see. We do have a commit of linutil there. Now, future PRs will not have this. We went ahead and omitted it, and I did a get RM to get rid of this. The build still happens, and it does get submitted. Let's check the latest release real fast on that. There was since we did have conflicts there, I'm going to go ahead and close that PR. Let's look at the last pre-release and make sure that did go through. So if we look, this is a pre-release for today. Okay. Let's look at the assets. 50 minutes ago, pre-release. Okay, cool. And it does look like it's starting to pull in some of these bug fixes. Now, another thing, is it duplicating any of these? I think it is. 178. These look old. 163. Yeah, it is duplicate. Oh, no, that's still a pre-release. When was our latest? Okay, here we go. Do we have... Oh, maybe not, actually. So from the latest release, it should pull in all these. So let's delete these other pre-releases. Bring it up to today. So we got just the 18th. Let's delete the 16th. And then we're just going to be working off of this one pre-release. And we're going to make a latest release later today. So this is what we have right now. Quite a few PRs already in this release. So we definitely need to do a latest release. But we'll do a lot of checks beforehand. But we will be making a lot more categories. So as I do the PRs, we're going to actually label the PRs as we find PRs that we will actually merge. All right, sort tabs based on relevancy. Ooh, I like this already from the name of it. All right, sort tabs based on relevancy. This is how current preview build works. I think this is a better way to sort tabs, as having a default tab like system setup just looks better. Interesting. Okay, he's already rebased it. And, oh, thought there was like some logic here other than alphabetical. I mean, this is more of a opinion. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Alphabetical sorting, or do you want logic-based sorting, I guess? The system. I think you just stay alphabetical, because once you get more directories in there, then it's just like, okay, what is the rhyme and reason? Why do you have system setup at the top, and then security in the middle, and then gaming at the end? Like, what are you doing here? I don't understand. I like alphabetical, because as the tabs and expansion happens, you're like, hey, I need to get to system setup. Okay, let me just go to alphabetical, system setup towards the bottom. For expandability and scalability, it doesn't make sense to do this logic based. For scalability, it doesn't make sense to do this. Oh man, I need to change that bind from F1 to do this logic based. As more tabs are added, people will get confused if it is not alphabetical. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. Yeah, I prefer UWB betical. But ABC is okay. I like it. All right. Remove redundant options in the template. I like this. Like the idea of this one. All right. We're removing pull request and title. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Agreed. Merge. Bam. Dude, we're getting stuff done today. No nonsense today. We're just going through it. All right, chore, update server.setup by Alessio. Formatting. Okay, It does not look like he ever updated this from our past PR, so it does look like we have some conflicts. What was his idea here? Ah, he's doing a bug fix here. I see. And since he never really did anything since the rebase, yeah, whatever. I don't really care. We're going to have misspellings sometimes. Someone else will be like, hey, I need a PR on a major project. I'm going to get on here and correct it. So I'm sure we'll see another PR in the future. Fixing format to formatting. Correct detect pictures directory and clone path for background. So we have a bug here. All right, well, this actually looks legit. We'll label that as a bug. why we have something here. Daggers! Resub tier 3, man. Ah, oh, hey, gotta run. Bye. Thanks for all the work. I love watching the recaps on YouTube while working. Ah, good to hear, Daggers. Thanks so much for the support, man. Later. Have a good one. All right. So we have this outdated. I believe I got it. All right. We have this. We do have a refactor here. Rebase on top of new change. Okay, good. We can approve and run that from him. And then let's look at what he changed. So set variable to pick directory. We are now going here. That's fine. And then we have pick directory for the whole BG directory. I do agree. I wonder why I wrote it this way. Maybe I didn't. It doesn't look like me. I agree with this change. Yeah, what the hell? I don't know. Maybe I was drinking when I wrote this. Oh, well. That is a good change. Because, yeah, that's how it should be done. Agreed. I don't even need to test that. That is a solid change. Boom. All right, next pull request. Already 10 pull requests down. We've already doubled our pull requests from last stream. All right, let's see. Do we have... we do have a rebase and fix of conflicts. So let's see what we're doing here. We are adding a Docker setup. Oh, I like it. We do need to design a QEMU and Vert Manager setup exactly how I like to do it. We might get to that. We'll see. Because I'm always on every single system setting up Vertman usually. Although on my laptop, little K-Focus laptop I got in there, I was sitting there pounding around at work the other day, and I was like, crap, I need to get a quick VM, a quick VM setup for Windows because I was doing some testing from WinUtil. I was like, okay, well, what's the fastest way to do it? And I was like, oh, yeah. I did a video about this, and it was quick. Oh, God, what was it? Quick, quick VM, I think it was. Geez, quick QEMU? Geez, what was that? Quick EMU, that's what it was. I did a video on this like 2 or 3 years ago. It was hilarious. So I was watching my own video back because I couldn't remember what the hell I did on the install. And I think I had a how-to article on christitus.com too. So I ended up doing that, got this going, and booted up a system pretty darn fast. But I probably want to create my own using Vert Manager because I really like my setup here at in the studio. Yeah, quick EMU. A great project though. If you're on like a Debian-based system and you want something fast, actually I think quick EMU is it Ubuntu only? I think it's Ubuntu and Ubuntu derivatives only. So a little more select where I think my script would be more universal. So Fedora users, Arch users, Debian users would be included. Anyways, let's look over this Docker script. Escalation, enable Docker, setup Docker, Docker Compose plugin, like it, install components. Pretty basic script here. And then we're just adding Docker setup. One thing, if I could go back in time and probably change is maybe like, the numbering I guess does make sense from a system setup point of view down here. Just because I do kind of want more logic based. I know I'm contradicting myself here, but I kind of want logic based on the system setup side of things. Maybe I do want to make that alphabetical and well, let's get through these PRs. We don't have to make that decision right now. Let's merge it in, move on. All right, bam, 53. On to the next. Automount disk script, grub bootloader theme script, bottles import script, SSH commands automation. Oh, Guru, you might be doing too much here. Let's see what this looks like. Uh-huh. All right, and wise looking through it as well. But it looks like this was probably done after the refactor. No, Guru already went ahead and rebased. So that looks good. I fixed those conflicts. Awesome. Can you please split this PR into separate in the future? And then we have some conflicts here. This is probably going to be easy to resolve. It's probably just the Docker. Yeah, look at that. There's the Docker right there. I know what you're thinking, but it's okay. All right, let's go. Data, Docker, get rid of auto mount disks, and get rid of that. Kill these extra lines. So then we got nice clean Docker, remove snaps, auto mount drive. Auto mount drive on the name is incorrect. So that should actually be grub theme setup. Auto mount drive, install bottles. That should actually be under install bottles. Probably should be, well, yeah. Docker and bottles should technically be under application setup, correct? I don't think we put that under system setup, because system setup should be system-based tasks, things that interact directly with the system. So this should be only system tasks. Docker and bottles are applications. Not every system should have that. Hell, very few systems will have that. So I think we probably will change this to applications. I mean, it's fine for now. We'll mark this as resolved, but just thinking out loud here. So let's take a look at what is he doing here. What's these scripts look like? We got the auto mount. How are we auto mounting? LSBLK, grepping loop, devices, entering partition name. Okay. Binding the file system type. That's fine as well. Create mount point. Okay. Update FS tab. I guess for most systems, this would be okay. I remember I was tinkering around with System D the other day. Auto mounting the System D. When you look at like Clear Linux, Clear Linux uses System D to mount the drives instead of using FS tab. It's interesting. FS tab's obviously the more traditional way of doing it. All right, moving on. Bootloader themes. And then we have the top 5 bootloader project. Yeah, that's fine for now. We'll probably change that in the future as well. And then you got bottles, and it's fine. All right, what's utils SSH? What's this one doing? All right, setting ssh.conf, available hosts. Right. I do like a quick SSH script setup. I do set that up quite a bit whenever I'm on like a VPS. So this could be pretty beneficial. Script host checking, user known file, dev null. So he's clearing out the user known host file. And that looks good. Generate key, share the key. I like it. Disable password auth. Yeah, that's actually really good. It's changing password authentication on SSH from yes to no, which is what you want to do. And enable. Cool. Check password auth. Run remote command. Okay. That's neat. I like it. What's AVZ? So you got archive, verbose. What's the Z in rsync? I usually do AVP, capital P for progress. I don't think I've used, what's the Z alias option for? Check out 465 before merging this. He opened a new one. I think this is a semi-duplicate. Okay. Well, let me check that out, Adam. Are there plans to have linutil config with some NixOS things like Home Manager? Is it possible to edit config files using commands? Yeah, anything's possible there. I really like NixOS. However, making a lot of this stuff compatible with NixOS, I don't know if I'd do Home Manager because Home Manager can be set up so many different ways. However, just editing direct to like etc configuration.nix is possible. Alrighty, show menu. This is interesting. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I'll go ahead and approve it for now, but let's look at 465 like Adam said. I'm not going to merge it yet because this might be a semi-duplicate. 465. Okay, jeez. Alrighty. Man, people love to bundle shit into their PRs, man. I miss the days of just quick PRs. Okay. Brightness control, auto login feature, create pen drive, sorted older ISO, auto power profiling, time shift. Dude. Bundling a bunch of crap in your PRs is a good way to make sure I don't accept your PR. But in the early days, I do accept some bigger PRs. As this project gets more mature, big PRs like this would never get accepted. Just a word of warning for people out there submitting PRs. If you start bundling too many things that do too much, I end up just denying as we go. But it is still early days, so we might allow some of these. This includes SSH as well? Okay. Let's look at SSH. This one does Samba SSH, it looks like. I want to say this package... Install package. Interesting. I don't think that's necessarily correct, but I can't think offhand what would throw an error on this side of things. Maybe not, though. I want to say DNF might not work, and I want to say some of these packages do change based on distro, specifically like Fedora, I think. Isn't it SSHD? Maybe I'm just thinking of the systemd command. So it's SSH and Debian. Oh, no. And then SSHD. Okay, they got it. Same thing I said in my reviews here, yeah. All right, let's take a peek. Oh, yes. Commit suggestion here. Look at this. Nano. Ugh. We're committing this change. That absolutely needs to be changed to editor. Good catch there, Adam. We aren't peasants using nano. Sorry, I'm just trying to anger nano users out there. You know who you are. All right, let's see. Samba setup for this one. Utilities auto login. I like how this is separated into utilities auto login. Oh, that's kind of cool. I dig it. Not my nano. What about micro? There's a time and place for everything. This does look good though. All right, so that's great. Create a bootable USB. Let's see, is he just doing DD? I don't know about a script using DD though. That always scares the hell out of me. But then again, bashism, read with option R. We want to keep it POSIX compliant, or he's doing a read right here. Okay. Yeah, you should really try out Helix. I did, but Helix is a little weird. I do like that Helix, like with Vim, I always thought it was kind of strange that you do like a delete and then you say the lines, where Helix you say, okay, I want to do these 3 lines and then delete it. So it's a little bit more sane defaults. However, I don't think I can ever move on from NeoVim just because I've coded so much custom stuff into NeoVim that I really enjoy. And when I tried to do Helix the last time, it just wasn't there. I meant to do a video on Helix and then I didn't. I just used it and then I was like, meh, NeoVim's better. Because there's just more customizability. So I just didn't feel like I would be very fair in saying that. And I didn't want to be like, okay, here's Helix, a new Vim-esque editor that I don't like as much as NeoVim. I just didn't feel like that would be a good video to make. So I guess at the end of the day, I just didn't. Yeah, I was getting used to it, but again, there was a lack of customizability to Helix comparative to NeoVim, where I was like, dude, when you're using like TJ's Kickstart with NeoVim, oh, chef's kiss. I just can't imagine anything better than that. So that's kind of where I'm at. Thoughts on VS Codium? VS Codium's okay. I've had it break a couple times, especially like looking at like the store or the market for extensions. Because of a lot of like the removal of telemetry and some of the things that Codium does. So it required like an update to fix that. And then, I don't know. I'm kind of like, at these days, I'm just using code. If I'm using VS Code, I just use VS Code. Hell, I use Cursor really for most of everything now. And Cursor turns off all the telemetry. So I guess I just use NeoVim and Cursor. That's really my two main editors. If it's a simple edit, I like NeoVim. If it's or if I'm writing something for like the website or a script, I like NeoVim. Or doing a system config file, I like NeoVim. If I'm doing coding, I really like Cursor. There's just so much goodness baked into it to where I can double check everything and get things done a little faster in Cursor comparative to NeoVim. So, to each his own. Read-P should be changed to a normal read with print F before it. Okay. All right. So this is just all of that. Read dummy. What's this one, Adam? Since we got you here. Going from a standard read to a read dummy. Why the change? I've never seen this change before. It's a bashism. Okay. So this would... All right, cool. Let's just commit that. Read without a var is a bashism, so it wouldn't work in like a non-bash shell. Using AI for your brain is like never exercising your muscles. At the end of the day, you got to do whatever's fastest, and I'm all about speed. And for me, Cursor is faster for a lot of things. Yes, maybe I can't just open up a notepad and just be like, all right, I'm switching this from a nested if statement to a switch, but I don't really care. I just want to highlight it and go switch this over to a switch statement from nested if. And then it just does it all really quick. And I just hit, okay, cool, enter, move on. Yeah, I understand that, I could do that manually, but at the end of the day, I'm kind of like, doesn't matter. As long as it gets done and it looks good and it doesn't add a whole bunch of bloat to the code, I'm okay with it. Which sometimes Cursor will go crazy and start adding just ridiculous lines of code for something that should be, 5 or 10 lines. All right, there's another read. We'll have to check this out probably. I wonder if going through Cursor, now that we've been talking about it, let's just do Cursor, pull this in. AI has no creativity. AI has no inspiration. True, but you can use AI to get creativity and inspiration. The cool thing about it, Peter, and I don't think you quite understand this, this is why I'm going to spell it out for you, is I love to just say, hey, create a function for me, Cursor. And what it does is it imitates a whole bunch of other coders, and chances are you're going to get a terrible function out of this. And you might be thinking, wait, I thought you were explaining why it's better. You get inspiration out of that, though. You'll be like, oh, you know what? I never thought about doing it that way. It's wrong, but I kind of like how it approaches these couple lines or this type of thing. So then you erase most of it, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to do it this way. We'll add these few new features in, and then you get something new from it. So I love AI for creativity. It's actually the opposite. It actually makes me more creative, where before I'd be like, all right, well, I know how to do it this one way. I'm going to just keep doing it that way. Where a lot of times when I'm like, hey, make this function for me, I already know how it should look. But then they do something weird, and you're like, what? Why is it doing that? Yeah, explain this to me. Oh, that's cool. So AI can be very creative. Don't be a naysayer and say, hey, it's not, using LLMs is the devil. Maybe. It might be the devil. But I welcome it. I like it. A dystopian scenario. People can't program anymore, and the big companies pull their AI. You're talking about the Walmart model. The Walmart model for programming. Nah, man. There's always going to be those examples there. There's always going to be a public Git repository that we can grab samples from. Stack Overflow may not exist in the future anymore because it was killed by the LLMs, but we also have a bunch of locally run LLMs that you can't just completely kill. Yeah, they're not as good as the giant heaping piles of like Jippity 4.0 and those types of things, but they're still locally run. So you got your llamas, you got your Olama, you got your other stuff that can be done. It's fine. The world needs Stack Overflow. Well, it's dying, if not already dead. I think, didn't Jippity buy Stack Overflow? Maybe chat can correct me there. But I think Stack Overflow sold. And I think OpenAI bought it, from what I know. Check out 451, 459, 461. Okay. Oh, really? Check out, we got about guidelines. Ooh, all right, cool. Let's pull those in. I originally was going to look at that other one, but I think we got a lot going on. 1 second. My wife just texted me. I'm going to text her back and say I'm on stream, so I can't chat. Not yet. Shout after. Call after. There we go. Just so I'm not ignoring my wife. All right. Try Emacs, Chris. I do want to try Emacs with org mode. That sounds good. Have you tried my Olama script? No, at Guru, I think we did merge it, though. Do you use Signal? No. I don't. Mainly, I don't use Signal because a lot of times it loses my conversations because I'm going between a whole bunch of different systems, and I like the history in there. So, and I'm not a very private person, if you haven't guessed. So it's just like, so yeah, that's the thing. You have an OS hopping problem. Is it a problem though? It's fine. It's fine. I know what I like. I know it gets the job done. I wonder if I could organize these PRs with like by number. I really would like that. Let's just so many PRs. Good night. All right, let's look over here, I guess. On this PR, was there anything else? Changing all the reads. What was this? Let's finish this. 465. I think we want to change this. We just got to change some of the bashisms. So I think it's we need to do a printf and then a read. All right, so that's interesting. Okay, so this one is 465. Let's finish this. I just want to get through these. All right, so 465. And this one was labeled auto login brightness control. Okay, so, all right, here we go. Brightness control. Good night. We got a few PRs to deal with. Holy smokes. Great problem to have, though. I'm learning everybody's emotes, though. NNY, Adam. So I like everybody having like their own picture. So I'm like, okay, this one's Guru. All right, let's go here. Let's check out Gurus real fast. Can I bring in that? Let's check that bad boy out. Kablam. All right, so then let's come back over here and we're getting in this guy. All right, and oh geez, going through this kind of suck. All right, so when we're doing this, let's see what this didn't change the read. What's it doing there? IFS equals read shared directory. Huh. Do a read-p before printf before it. Also remove the -p. Yeah, that's weird, right? I was like, that's not right at all. So this should be just like printf. And this, all right, this should be a read. Can we just do a read-p? Or is that a bashism? I don't think it is. Couldn't you just do something like this and then just get rid of this? In POSIX-SH, read-p is undefined. Okay. Read-r is correct. Read-p is not. Oh, but why doesn't that look right? Oh, read-p is a bashism. So is this POSIX compliant then? Okay. Yeah, it's just interesting. So instead of that, so it would look like that would be the correct way of doing it. Move the string from read to, and then remove the string from, right? Yep, okay. That's what I'm thinking. So you also have this up here, echo. So this would be incorrect as well, would it not? So this would be printf, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, okay. There's just a lot of echo statements throughout this entire thing. Like having to refactor this whole thing to be POSIX compliant kind of sucks. Again, this kind of goes back to what I was saying at the start of the stream. Sometimes doing code review kind of sucks more than if you're just coding it yourself. I'm a mentor. Some people don't see the obvious in some places and require things to be pointed out to them. Most of the time, once you point it out the first time, they won't ask about it again. Yeah, that's the cool thing. I'd say that's the good thing about code review too, is you're basically fixing other people's issues while also learning myself, especially when I'm doing it on stream. It's kind of nice as well. Hey, Mar, how you doing? Using just echo isn't a bashism, right? I believe echo is a bashism. You should be using printf, from my understanding. So in case you're just in like a sh shell, or well, shell's just actually whatever your default shell is. But yeah, printf should be better than using echo. Let's ask the LLM gods, since everyone knows I'm just an LLM shill now. Is printf better than echo? In general, printfs is considered better than echo for several reasons. Portability. Printf is more portable across different shells and operating systems. Formatting control. Printf offers more precise control over output formatting. Handling of special characters. Printf handles special characters and escape sequences more consistently. No need for quotes. With printf, you don't need to worry about quoting issues that can occur with echo. Interpretation of backslashes. Printf interprets backslashes consistently, while echo's behavior can vary. For your script, replacing echo with printf would indeed be a good practice. Here's how you could update parts of the script. And then you just hit apply, accept, bam, done. So kind of cool. I don't think that back in, I think that backwards in is not a proper escape character. Interesting. So let's look at that. So to fix this, it would just say, hey, because it does the carriage return, I think it does the new line right here. That's what the backwards in is. It does that automatically. So why are you splitting this into two statements? If you're going to be doing that, then just put it all in one line and just do that. Honestly, you could just remove the backwards in and just do printf twice, I believe, and it would be fine. Obviously, you have it clear here anyway, so I don't think it matters. But interesting. Yeah. So technically, both of these are correct. Oh, printf does not create a new line automatically. Okay, well, thank you. I misspoke. I did not know that. So anyways, I kind of like for readability for it to be this way. I don't know why that is showing as an error. Maybe a hallucination? I don't know. But to me, both of this looks correct. So yeah, it's saying it's undefined, which doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting error. I don't see an issue with that though. Anyways, I don't think I want to go through and fix all of Guru's bashisms on this PR. I guess we could. We were already looking at this damn PR for like the last 30 minutes. I don't want to get bogged down on PRs doing this, but it's good to know though. That's fine. Let's go over here. We got read-p. This technically should be a read-r. This should be right here. Delete that. Then we print that over here. That's fine. This one again, read-r. Get that. And instead of this echo right here, I mean, probably like a printf, and then a printf, select option 1 or 2. This one should be printf with a new line specified, and then finish that. Cool. Nice. Next one, just to finish what we learned. All right. It's kind of cool though. Printf. Perfect. We'll just do a new line. It's weird when you double up the printfs, it shows an error in VS Code saying don't use variables in printf format string. Okay, quick fix. Let's see how it wants to fix that. So if you look, it should be printf backslash escaping dash dash. Oh, instead of dash 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 in, it's taking. Okay, so the dashes are actually taking it as an argument. Interesting. I haven't used printf that much. Honestly, I'm very much an echo user, so don't take this as me making fun of like Guru, because I'm very much in the camp where I'm using echo a whole bunch, or I should be using printf for what we've just laid out here. It is apparently the superior command. So let's look at this. Let's go Control B, get rid of that. So this is what it wants to change it to. That doesn't look right to me. Huh. What's up with that? I guess let's read. The change moves the variable counter -1 outside the format string and uses %d as a placeholder for the integer value. This approach is safer and avoids potential issues with variable expansion within the format string. Can't say I've ever done anything like that. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? I mean, sure, let's try it. It looks odd to me. That's all. All right. Well, learn something new every day. And like I said earlier, a lot of times the LLMs will teach you a thing or two, especially if you don't just blanket, just make the code for me, hit apply. And when you see something that you don't quite understand like this, I've never used %D. I mean, that would be just like copy pasting from like Stack Overflow and just be like, I don't know why it works, but it works. But understanding why you'd use a %D and having that explained to you, I mean, that's super powerful. You can learn a lot. Oh, what am I using PowerShell for? I do love me some PowerShell. Oh. You know, it kind of goes back to several streams back. I was talking about, you know, people that get like real obsessive over certain languages and go, you know, Rust is superior or C is superior or whatever. They got to go back and forth. And frankly, it just depends on the programmer. If you're really fluent in a specific language, chances are you're going to use that language for a lot more than what it was intended for. That's kind of me in PowerShell. I hate to say it, but I'm really comfortable in PowerShell. I know it's weird. I know it's made by Microsoft. I know it's super jank, but I know the jank very well. So I can do crazy shit in PowerShell. Way more than I can do in almost every other language or scripting language out there. So that's why you see PowerShell sometimes gets used, especially on like some of my GitHub commands. People are like, what? It's just because I'm comfortable with it. Ugh, TypeScript. I don't know why I don't like TypeScript. I don't like Java. Ugh. I don't know what it is about those languages. It's only, there's very few languages I put down. But for whatever reason, I really hate TypeScript, JavaScript, Python, and they just feel like, it feels like someone like breaking something, and then instead of fixing it the right way, they just took a whole bunch of duct tape and just kind of mashed them together and just taped it and like, it's going to hold. It's good enough. And that's what it feels like when I use those languages. Yeah, it fixes the problem, but I don't feel good about it. And that's like, it's just my opinion. I know that's going to piss off a lot of people. And I know I'm just like a hobbyist programmer, developer, whatever. But whenever I do it, that's what I feel like when I use those languages. I'm just like, yeah. Just makes me feel like I need to go take a shower. I know. People are like, all right, I'm out of here. Titus. You lost me on that one. I know. I know. But, oh well. All right, moving on. Let's keep going through the comments here. We got some bashisms. A read-p on this one. Ooh. What's the RC variable? Is that a carriage return or new line? Where's that declared, I wonder? I imagine somewhere. What is the $RC? Oh, it's reset color. Okay. So don't we need a carriage return on these? I guess we don't with the %B /new line on the printf. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. So instead of doing this, so how I would normally just do it is like that, right? And then obviously get rid of this to get rid of the bashism. But also, this would also be valid. I mean, obviously for consistency's sake. Let's go b/n. So this brings it in as a variable with a new line. That's so strange. It's kind of cool. Can we make it, let's make it, instead of yellow, let's make it orange. Ooh, is orange declared anywhere? Okay, orange is only declared there. What about yellow? I bet yellow's declared somewhere, right? Or does it just grab it? Again, I don't use printf very much. That's why I ask these silly questions. So, okay, so I guess it just grabs it, huh? Interesting. Oh, check common script. Okay, that's where the declaration happens. Let's take a look. I was like, man, surely that's declared somewhere. I see. So you got red, yellow, green. Oh. See, isn't that cool? I don't even need to look it up. There's orange for you. Goes from yellow to orange. Are you gonna play AOE 4 someday again and stream it? Probably not, Vol. Or if I do, I'll make like a new channel or something for it. I just haven't had much time to play games. A lot of the open source projects I created just kind of taken off and kind of consumed most of my waking hours. It's hallucinating. Do it shorter. Do it shorter. All right, Adam, we're gonna check it. It says that's the new orange. All right, now let's check what Adam's is with the VGA color templates. Ready? All right, VGA color templates. Orange looks to be $6. Or over here, does it say orange on the colors? So you got green at $2, yellow at OE. Let's see, what mode are we in? Okay, I don't know how to read this damn thing. Okay. C, not 6. 2A is orange. How are you getting it from this page? So this one's 33M. How in the hell am I reading this? How's this equal 33? Okay, let's see if I can't decipher this. Okay, am I hallucinating here? Why am I having issues with this key not making any damn sense to me? So this specifies the color, but like I don't know what this is doing with the orange. Just leave it. Yeah. I kind of want to understand it though. That's where I'm like, ooh, the reference guide you gave me, you would imagine that. Huh. All right. Thanks, Rux. Okay. So here's the, okay, this is a list of color codes. So orange on this one, if you look, we got black, cyan. Let's match it up. Make sure we can see what we got. So green's 32, semicolon 32. So if you look at green, you got 32. And then if you look for orange, orange isn't here. All right, that's fine. Green's there. Yellow is also not here. Interesting. So then how is it blending to make yellow? Or am I just missing it? Orange isn't a real color. True. The answer is 42, as with everything in life. Yeah, we don't have to craft orange. We just use something like purple or brown. So purple would be 35. So the correct answer here is just say, instead of orange, let's go purple. And then it's just 35. Yellow's 33, but it's not on here. Oh, wait, no. Brown's 33. It shows on this, using this guide. Why is brown? Why did they put it on here twice? Was this written by a Jippity? Is LLMs just making all these now? Was this an older page? I know this seems kind of rudimentary. I just kind of want to understand the color codes when using a bash prompt. So you got this. Okay, so you got 33, 35 is purple, 35 purple. I think we can establish that that is purple. I wonder why it thinks brown is 33 when this shows it as 33 being yellow, 32 is green, 31 is red. So if you look red, 31, yes. And then yellow being 33, green 32. We can say green 32, yes. Huh. Ooh, cyan, 36. I like cyan. Let's do 36. We'll just call it blue. Okay, fine. I'll say cyan. You could do /-34 for blue. I kind of like cyan because it'll show up better. So I think this one with using 36 should be sufficient. Because it's like a lighter blue. And it's going to be on like a TTY a lot of times. So you'd want more of a light blue than a dark blue. Surprised it isn't Nordic. Well, Joshua, give me time. We could get there. Anyways, yeah. I don't want to harp on that too much, but I was like, oh, that's interesting. So let's come back into here. And where we said yellow. What was the last one? What did I make it? I want to say orange or some stupid thing. I think it was orange. Okay, it wasn't in this one. It wasn't there. Orange. There we go. So orange, cyan. Perfect. All right, cool. Honestly, when I look at it, I'm kind of like, probably shouldn't change the color of this. It probably should just be white. I mean, if we're being real, because why color code enter your choice? Because then it would be yellow and then a light blue. I think the color scheme would look a little weird to me. So I'd probably do something like this for enter the choice. So it's just white, right? Oh, yeah, yeah. Because then it would, yeah, you're right. Because we don't want a new line after this. The read should come directly after enter your choice. Otherwise, the read would be below it. So, good point. Whiskey, thanks for the tier 1. 2 months. Yes, sir. Much appreciated. Add Nix installer. Oh, we do need to add the Nix installer to this. For sure. Let's keep going. Shoot, we're getting through it. We got read -r. Let's just kill this guy. Then print f, enter continue. It's kind of cool. Read without a variable defined. So this actually should be read dummy, right? But it wants to do a read r dummy. No, that's not right either. So if you're going to do that, I mean, honestly, you could just do a pause as well. Although is a pause a bashism? I don't know. Because normally how I would do it is just like a pause for an enter to continue. Read -r ignores escape characters. Read does not. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So if you just do a read, it would technically be correct. So the question is, which is better to use for like an enter to continue? A pause or a read? These are good questions. Don't do pause. That's Windows. So you just a read. I don't think you do dummy, right? Or is it dummy? Okay, it is a bashism. Okay. I was about to say I've used pause a bunch in Linux, so good to know. You know, I haven't given DWL fair enough shake to really have so much thing there. I feel like there's something with the read there. In POSIX sh, read with a variable is undefined. That's fine. Just do a read -r dummy. Okay. So that. But dummy is undefined. Appears unused. Okay. All right, cool. Anyways. Fun. Let's kill that. Yeah, select option. Cool. We got a couple echoes here, right? Oh, let's go red. Yeah. I'm just having fun. This is a terrible refactor, but whatever. Ooh, let's go green. Yeah. Moving on. Ooh, echo. Confirmation. Yep. Good. Yes. It's good. Want to make sure we don't do a new line, so then we have that. All right. Moving on. Read -r. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's put that over here. Then that's fine. We got our printf. All right. Nice. Then we got our warning. Then we got our read confirmation. Perfect. It's a dummy. I'm wasting too much time. The nature of it. So, like, I get it. I guess I should just know what we should do? We should do like a 24-hour stream where I go through and we clear out every single pull request. All right, give me a list of the PRs that NN wants me to look at. I do need to do a 24-hour stream so I can catch up. Anywho, I like this though. It's kind of fun going through. All right, read-p. That's wrong. And then we'll knock out all the ones. I don't want to piss off NN. He's a good contributor, man. Uncapped subathon pull request stream. Oh yeah, that would be so awesome. Be like we go through and we finish every pull request. The stream ends when we're done with pull requests. Although then chat would troll me and then like make a bot to just open up a ton of pull requests. Have to do an all-nighter doing PRs. Not this week, but maybe next week. I can't even BCA. Come on now. I haven't even done longer than what's my longest stream ever? 7 hours? I think 7 hours is the longest I've gone on stream. 7 or 8 hours. I'm like got old man numbers on my stream. All right, then we got that. That's fine. Yep. All right. Print F. Shoop. Good to go. Switch that out. And what else do we have? Print F. Snapshot. Looks great. Oh, gotta fix these. It's kind of cool that the LLMs kind of learn what you're doing on the fly. So then you can just do tab completions. And then it kind of just learns, oh, okay, well, he's wasting all this time doing this. So let's just do it all for him. That's kind of nice. So you can see almost all the bashisms now should be pretty much correct, but now it kind of figured out what I'm doing. So now we're not wasting any more time. Let's just start flying. Let's do the, oh, didn't give it time to compute. All right. And then the printf changes with all these. If you look, these actually should be, oh man, what a pain in the butt. I have to escape all these dashes in printf? Why? That seems silly. You think there would be like a better way, right? All right. On the next one, we'll just grab your guys' polls. I like grabbing the user polls. I like how you did that, Adam. Don't do the new line at the end of that. You want to do the new line at the end of this. But then we got all these, which the echoes need to be switched to printf. Printf. You think it would just figure it out, but yeah. Ooh, that's cool. You could do like repeat 20 echo dash in dash. Oh, super stay up. Okay. You can do a repeat. What does that syntax look like? I definitely want to know, because typing all this out each time is a huge waste of time. Don't do echo again. You got it. Well, this is what it's teaching me. It's teaching me printf and the downfalls of, or the cool thing about printf, you know? It's kind of neat. Holy balls. Okay. What do we have here? This actually looks okay. Did we already fix this? Okay. I see what yeah, this was already committed and resolved. That's also resolved. Marked as resolved. Yeah, this is all outdated. Okay, cool. So then we have all these, and now they're all resolved. Great. Now, I wonder how many echo commands do we have? Echo? Holy crap. Look at all these echoes we got to clear up. Wait. Okay. Whew, boy. We'll leave these for another day, because holy crap, that's a lot of echo in the project itself. So we'll switch these over to printf. How many read-p commands do we have? Quite a bit. Quite a bit is the answer to that. So these should be read r, get rid of this, and then printf. Are you sure? What's this action? That should be printf as well. And then you'd have it set up properly. So I kind of got a good idea of switching things from echo to printf, not using read-p, using read-r and setting the variable. We probably need to go through and remove all and change all these out in the whole project. That'd be a big one. Yeah, those are cool. All right, good to know. Let's just submit this, right? Just so we have an update, and then let's look at the PR from Adam and in. So you can see the change to common script, adding the cyan. We have our printf and read r to get rid of some of those bashisms, which aren't good. We want our program to be as agnostic as possible and compatible with multiple shells. That's why we are doing all this, even though it does seem like a waste of time. That was quite a bit, actually. Remove bashisms. Commit, push. All right, cool. And we also kind of learned about VGA color templates. I thought that was also very interesting. So this should be good. Let's run. Hell, we'll just merge it. It'll be fine. Squash and merge. Let's roll. Shoot from the hip. Let's also resolve these conflicts here. So we have Docker and Samba set up. This technically should be data. Look at us. Not just giving up. We're moving through. All right. Looking good. Right? Right. Commit the merge. I understand. Update main. It's not my main. So with that done, we should be able to squash and merge. I think most of our unit tests that we do here, these are mostly all just Rust based. Should we do a unit test for Bash? I think we should make the Rust checks only run on Rust. Does it only check the Rust RS files? Because I feel like we could do if the files that end in .rs do not change, do not run the unit test for Rust. This is going to make these checks go much faster and be more efficient. And then having a unit test for Bash instead, since we have such a huge mix of Rust and Bash, I feel like we need 2 different syntax checks on the unit test. One just for Rust that run when Rust files changes, and one just for Bash when Bash file changes. I think that would be good. Your Yapper master name in Discord. I like it. All right, sweet. Anyways, we spent too long on this PR. Now let's. I know NN was raging. Let's check old NN. Oh, actually, I don't know how to spell his name. So we go polls / and then we do the username, and then it just pulls the. Oh, cool. How about that? That's neat. So if you only want to pull the PRs, learn something new every day. Look at me learning filtering commands in GitHub. Ah, yes. When a baby first learns to crawl. Here we go. All right, ready for review and merge. Remove unneeded scripts. I like this. lib.sh and main.sh. Oh, these were old test scripts. If you look at them, you had like hello worlds and just giving, back when we were first doing it, one of the first contributors, I think it might have been just Linux user that did this, or maybe it was LJ, Liam. I think Liam was the one that put these in here and said, hey, here's how it should look. Now, obviously, since we have a bunch of examples, we know how it should look. But cool. Let's merge that. 2 N's, 2 Y's, 4 X's. Check mine out too. All right. So let's come back. Dude, he has a lot of PRs. Remove unneeded scripts. Oh, we already merged this. Oops. So that one, let's go increase partition size. Increases boot size. There's probably going to be a change to the Arch script. EFI boot size. What was our Arch setup script? Oh, I think it was set up as a server, so I think I was only doing like 600. 300 megs? Gosh, smoking crack on this one. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, 1 gig's good. 300 megs, man. Playing it close to the chest there. But agreed. That was needed. Get to bin for faster installation. Look at 382. It includes a cool refactor. Ooh, what's 382? Rework AUR functionality. Okay. All right. Recommend trying it out before merging just to see if you like it or not. The prompt is ugly. I know. We could probably use some sort of color to format it differently. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Get to bin faster. What do we got? What are we changing? Oh, we're doing some echoing. Print F. I wonder why he did print mix and print F in the echo. All right, adding common script to AUR helper. I like that. And then we have this. Removing Paru and Yay setup. Oh, he's just combining the scripts. So you can just choose Yay or Paru. I guess that's fine. What is this? 382. I kind of don't like this, actually. Because when you have this separated out, it's so much easier just to select it on your keyboard, hit enter, and just have it install. Like, I want to limit how many questions we ask the user. This would be a bad commit or bad PR because it would cost the user time. Having an extra option in the Arch Linux to just say, install Paru, and then it just does it. That's what you want. You want a quick, easy, one button press, get that shit done. So, probably, I get where he was going with this, and I like some of these changes, but we're going to deny this one just because it would cost the end user time. Want to separate. I don't want to combine these and want minimal bash prompts. Just install the program. All right, moving on. Done and done. You know what? Instead of backing to each one of these, what I'm going to end up doing is just going clack. All right, fix typos is next. All right, we got oh, missed that. Key sequences. I guess they mistyped it and just ran with it. All right, fair enough. Good, approved. Let's move forward. All right, resolve conflicts. What do we have? That's the same thing. All right, whatever. Weird. All right. Was it just that one? Yeah. All right, cool. Nice. Man, after the DHH interview by Prime, I get where he does and what he does. What's the DHH interview? I think I missed that. Must be hard maintaining a Linux project like this. I don't know. Not that bad. You just gotta know what you like and what you don't like. I'll let this compile, see, make sure we're good. Let the lints go through, and then we'll squash and merge. Everything checked. Let's do it. Mistype a foreign letter. It looks exactly like a Latin letter, and let's just roll with it. Fair. Are you using a custom CSS or extension for GitHub? I don't think so. Who's DHH? I guess I don't know that one. I'm not picking up on the acronym there. Remove AOR functionality. Or no, this is a rework. We already looked at this. Yeah, we already closed it. All right, moving on. Place echo E statements. These should be the printfs. This is a bashism. Easy enough. What is that? Start dev? Yeah. Wonder why I did echo E. That's weird. Oh, is this dark reader? Oh, yeah. Let's just turn off dark reader. Use -E to keep synergy with every other script. Okay. Got a little bit of back and forth here. So, oh, yeah. Well, that's fine. No review or test needed on that guy. Oh, DHS is the creator of Ruby on Rails. David Heinzmaner Hansen. He created Ruby on... Oh, good. Man, I'll have to check that out. Thanks for the tip. Fix grammatical errors. Well, that's probably going to be a big pull request. This PR is the base of 433. Merge this before 433. Merge 433 after this. All right. Cool. We'll pull up 443. Very important. Oh, okay. Yeah, shoot. We're changing the names of the functions. We got the camel case of install instead of setup alacrity. Then we have the setup alacrity config right here and some grammatical fixes. Yeah. I remember we went back and forth on one stream about this, but in is correct in this. Does look good. Just flipping through, giving it the once over, see if I see any issues, but I don't see anything. I like this. We're getting a lot more standardization throughout this entire project, which is great. So, bam, confirm, merge, on to 433. Oh, shit. Now we got all these conflicts. Oh no. Shoot. Is it gonna just force that? Shit. Alright, well, whatever. We'll just fix it. I don't think I'll fat finger it, so we'll do the merge. I know you're gonna be like, oh, Titus, you're gonna screw something up here. Nonsense. I'm perfect. I get everything done perfectly the first time around in my browser-based conflict resolutions. It works every time. 50% of the time. All right. Printf echo bloop. Do. Feel like I'm going to probably screw something up, but I guess we'll find out. Patience. Yeah, cool. This one's just the one. All right, nice. See? We kind of got to do a blend on this one. We'll just do that. I know you're screaming at me in chat. That's okay. I'm not gonna mess it up. No, I probably will mess it up, but that's okay. We'll get most of it done. It's weird. Sometimes the conflict or the merges just GitHub doesn't do a great job of it, but it's fine. So the thing is that okay. So you got all these. Jeez, I probably screwed up some of this. I should just deny this and just move on with my life. But sometimes I just like making things more difficult. All right, installing bash. So some of these, it's just a mishmash of stuff. No, I'm not. Trust me, guys. I'm looking at it. I'm not accepting the wrong side. there's both sides actually have things to merge. So there's grammatical fixes, and then there was already a merge to change the echo to printf. So you can't just accept one side, because both sides are technically wrong now, because, well, this one changes echo to printf, and this one fixes the grammatical error over when it was echo. So it's just not merging properly because of these conflicts. I mean, frankly, I just don't give a shit about the English language wording here. I'm just like, whatever. It says installing bash, install bash. I don't care. The end user's going to know it's installing bash. The big thing is getting rid of the bashism. So, of course, I'm going to accept the printf over the echo. So, if I see, oh, there's a grammatical fix, then yeah, I'll go ahead and grab the grammatical fix, toss it up in the printf line, fix that, while accepting and fixing the resolution with both. So, I know you guys are screaming at me for that, but y'all are wrong. I'm right. I'm right. You're wrong. Chat, you're wrong. Okay. It said I screwed something up. Are you sure the function names are correct? No. Maybe. Maybe not. Sometimes these function names are changing. Why? Why is that function name changing? I feel like it should look like this. Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. And then grabbing that. And grabbing that. And looking at it from that point of view. Bam. And then if we look back here, is it calling install NeoVim? It sure is. Is it doing setup NeoVim anywhere in here? It is not. Big brain Titus here. Oh, I'm getting super famous. Awesome. He said it's better to skip this PR. I mean, I'm almost done. It's fine. So this is a grammatical fix. Got that. Got that. Get the testing for the setup Rofi. Then we got the install Rofi command right here, which is right there. Cool. That's nice. Ooh, I like that. Let's grab this guy. Put that there. I know you guys are like, man, doing all in a browser, Titus. I feel like you shouldn't do it this way. You're probably right, but it should still work. So then we got our install ZSH, and you can see down here, install ZSH is the proper function. So this one should take precedent over this one. And we like the grammatical fixes down here better. And then I'll leave y'all to review it. I know you guys are freaking out in chat. I tell you what, I'll let it in review this before accepting it, okay? In case I fat fingered something. I don't think I did, but we could look at later. You just broke a brace. Okay. Oh, you guys fix it. We'll come back to it. How about I leave it open? Let you guys work out that. All right, moving on. Incorporate colors into current scripts. Ooh, like this one. All right, here we go. Let's look at this guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, switching echo out to printfs. Like it, like it. Looking good. I like all these changes. Getting rid of more bashisms. We should just call this the removing of the bashism stream. Oh, okay. Just really fast reader. Here we go. Bam. Like it. Nice. And we got no merge conflicts. Nice. Yeah, you did remove the brace after yellow. Ah, okay. Well, I figured probably fat fingered something. I got most of it fixed, though. You know, they say perfection is the enemy of progress. And you might be thinking to yourself, Titus, if you miss a brace, wouldn't that completely break things? Only for a little bit until I realized it broke things, and then someone would let me know. What do we got here, Drift? You are not squashing the PRs. Am I not? Squash and merge, right? Did I not squash them? Oh, you are only merging. Oh. All right, well, let's start squashing then. It's okay. We'll put our boots on. We'll start squashing things. Here we go. Moving on. Changing app get and use Nala along with app. Ooh, nice. See what we got here. Merge with, what's fix escalation tool 442. Oh, fix issues. We're going through it. All right, here we go. Caution. This PR is not tested. The implementation is wrong and will not use Nala. Changing apt-get with apt is not recommended when running script. Jeev is right here. Choosing apt-get is recommended per official Debian documentation. So what do we have? What do we have here? Oh, well, this is just the checking for apt or apt-get in the sections. We're not actually changing apt to apt-get. So in this case, it doesn't really matter because what this command for these are not much. You got apt, apt-get, checking for package manager. Again, doesn't matter. But are we changing apt-get in the actual package itself to, ooh, wait, let's see. Changing the packager from apt-get to apt here. This is incorrect. You do want to use apt-get, especially when scripting. Yeah, I mean, for a script, you really do want to use apt-get. Using Nala with apt and all this, it's just, yeah, can't get on board with this. For scripting, apt-get will be used. Yeah, and there might be some inconsistencies in the scripts, but we should change everything from either apt or Nala to apt-get. I understand it doesn't look as good, but from a scripting standpoint, you always want to be using apt-get. Okay, moving on. Fix issues with packager. What do we got for this? Alrighty, now we're choosing, just quoting out packager in case there's a space. A packager I don't think should have any kind of space though. Is there any packager that has a space? I don't think so. Because to quote out this, that's the only change. I mean, technically from a scripting standpoint, you should quote out all your variables. So from a programmer standpoint, yes, this is correct. From an actual bash script standpoint, or any kind of script for that matter, a packager will never be 2 words, so it doesn't really matter. But we are removing the brackets here. Do you not need the brackets? Oh, that makes more sense. Okay. So we're removing the brackets in these case logic. Did this not work? I guess let's shoot. There's one way to find out. I'm not even. I was trying to think. Well, I know the system update works. So from a consistency standpoint, I guess I get the change. I don't know if it's actually needed though. 422. All right, let's check 422. I honestly think both will actually run and it'll work just fine. I don't know why I felt like updating my system light on stream. That's probably not advised. But 422. Let's look at 422, right? So if we look at 422, refactor apt with Nala and hard-coded package managers. Okay, Jeev did one right here. Check those PRs with mine and decide which one to merge. Implementation of 4400 is wrong. Oh, yeah, that's the one I denied. Oh boy, a little bit of drama here, back and forth. All right, well, let's take a look at the code. I don't really give a shit about the conversation of that one. Let's see, what do we got here from a code perspective? What looks the best? So here's the null update. Ah, I see. So he's changing it, getting rid of the brackets. So I guess the brackets, one, need to be gone. And then, was that the only thing wrong? All right. Well, let's just fix this. So let's look at the actual code changes. Files changed. Oh, quite a bit. All right. So then we got packager. So this is the same thing as what we just looked at, just a little bit different. And we should be using, it does actually grab null if it is installed, but he doesn't change apt-get to apt, which is what we do want. We want apt-get to be utilized, not apt. Not a huge difference. Both technically will work, but apt-get is always the recommended per Debian guidelines. You might be thinking, Titus, you keep saying that, but why? Let's ask the LLM gods. Why use apt-get in scripts and not apt? You're right to question this. Using apt instead of apt-get in scripts is generally preferred in modern Debian systems. Let's update the script. All right, yeah. It is more, it provides more user interface. It has progress bars for package downloads, kind functionality of apt-get, and what? Oh, well, it did it from the utility function, so it kind of wanted to change a bunch of stuff. Yeah, okay, well, let's ask one more time. Why is apt-get preferred over apt in scripts? Here's a concise explanation of why apt-get is preferred over apt. Stability. apt-get has a more stable interface, less likely to change in future updates. Scriptability. apt-get is designed to be used in scripts, which is predictable output. Non-interactive. apt-get assumes non-interactive usage by default, suitable for automation. Backwards compatibility. Scripts using apt-get is more likely to work across different Ubuntu and Debian versions. Progress bars. apt uses progress bars that can interfere with the script's output parsing. apt is more user-friendly for manual use, but apt-get remains the recommended choice for scripts and automated tasks. There we go. That's a more concise explanation of why we use apt-get over apt. The more you know. Back to his stupid beloved LLMs. Me, I worship the LLM gods. But I already knew this before LLMs ever came out. apt-get is always preferred in scripts. I just couldn't give you an exact breakdown of why that is, but that's why. So now we do know. All this looks great. Let's merge. I'm going to squash and merge Jeeves one. This looks solid. Bam. Merge. Done. This one. Closed. Conversation. All right, that one's closed. Moving on. Fix missing escalation tool. That sounds important. Oh, that's already closed. Quote the remaining variables. Probably needed. What do we have here? Okay, escalation tool. I mean, when it comes to do as and sudo, you're never going to really need... I mean, from a programmer standpoint, yes, you should always be quoting your variables just as a general good practice, but obviously when used in a script, you're never going to run into 2 words with a space when it comes to escalation tool. But, again, just good practice. Oh, am I still merging without squashing them? Jeez. Oh, shit. Really? Oh. Why is it like that? Here, let's grab another one. Fix Wi-Fi manager. All right. Oh, squash and merge. Oh my God. I'm such a moron. All right. Well, going forward, squash and merge. Gotta beat that into my head. And you know what? I haven't been labeling the PRs either. Oh, jeez. I've been meaning to go here, labeling the PRs, so then it actually gets labeled on the final release notes. So squash and merge. I don't know why merge is defaulting and not squash and merge. That's odd. Maybe because I manually changed it and switches it from squash and merge from default to merge. Yeah. Change it now. Okay. I mean, technically, instead of echo, that should be printf. But anyways. Oh, once you set it, it should stay. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's check. That one looked good, by the way. All right, remove bashisms out of Bluetooth control. More bashisms. This is the bashism screen. Squash and merge. Okay, cool. That's there. Let's go. Bug. Bluetooth control. Printf. Read dummy. Printf. Read dummy. Boom. Like it. Prove. Squash and merge. Boom. And then we're going to get to atoms. It should be pretty easy to get through this. Nice. Ref choice. Squash and merge. Was that, I think that was the last of them. Yep. Man, I can't believe I merged that much. God bless, the freaking release notes are going to be just out of control. Anyhow. All right, let's reload. What's in YY still got... Oh, geez. Fixed. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this was from earlier. Yeah, okay, so there's the printf I missed with I missed this echo. And then that one, where's the fat finger? Yep, okay. Oh, did I miss it? Oh, right here. I did wipe out one of the brackets. Yeah. Chat was right. That's cool. That's funny. Cool. Squash and merge. All right. Out of change orientation for this one. More of that. Man, I think this stream should just be renamed Echo to printf and read-p to read-r. Pretty much. Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? Set primary. Let's keep going. Yeah. Let's go. Getting through some PRs today. You cannot come back to this stream and say we did not squash and merge some PRs. You can say we merged a crap ton of PRs and squashed and merged PRs. All right. Quoting variables is good practice. I thought I already proved this one. It is good practice, though. Doesn't matter in this example, but it can matter, and it's probably just good to do in general. So we'll allow it. That, and honestly, it'll cut down on warnings and other stuff when you're doing a shell check. So that's why you'd want to kind of do it, even though it doesn't matter in this specific case. Because shell check will still be like, hey, you should quote this variable. And it's kind of annoying. And shell check can be good. So you do want to get rid of those warnings. I still say we're super spoiled with as much real-time feedback we can get today. It's kind of cool. Man, you can just move so fast. Oh, shit. How many conflicts? Oh, fuck that. All right, I'm done. No. Not doing that. All right. Moving on. And we're just going to leave that one alone. We'll let that get fixed. See, I think we're going to run into a lot more. Oh, label PR. Thank you, guys. See, I keep forgetting. Add get as a dependency for scripts that use it. We'll call that as a bug fix. Yeah. Oh, yeah. DWM needs that. Figure backgrounds. No changes there. Yeah. That is good to know because we are doing git clones, and I did not check or install it on those scripts. There's probably a few conflicts here, but we can knock this out. It says no conflicts. All right, whatever. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, just looking at this one. All right, go to the next. Yes, there it is. Do we have set up NeoVim? Oops. All right, cool. Let's just get that. Bam. All right, so we got clone, install NeoVim, getting called, and then linking. So we got clone, install, clone. Well, you probably want to. Actually, it doesn't matter. So you got your clone, install. The clone should happen after the install. Yeah. All right. Well, close. Anyways, that should be good. You might be thinking, Titus, shouldn't clone be after this? It's a function, so it doesn't really matter. The thing that matters is where it's called down here. All right, cool. Oh, we got 50K subscribers on Titus Tech Talk. Yeah. Not bad for a VOD channel, right? That's awesome. Oh, a color scheme to the bash prompt. I agree, pup. I think that's a good idea. More fat fingering incoming. Probably. Let's take a look at the file changes just to make sure it looks good. So we got our installs and the clone happens right here. Nice. We got our installs and then the clones. So under dependencies, gets perfect. Then again, the installs and the clone. So we're switching the clone to be after install NeoVim because we want to install NeoVim with the dependencies over here, specifically Git that was added. And then you can't clone NeoVim if Git's not installed. So perfect. Do we just double approve? Oh, we did not. Perfect. GitHub enhancements UI refactor. I wonder why it added those labels. It was drift users. GitHub action that did that. Sweet. And Git to bin for faster installation. What do we got here? Nice. Git to bin. You messed more up. Probably. What did I mess up this time? You should do a 24-hour stream to celebrate the 50K subs. I can't do it. Well, I mean, I can do it later tonight. After the kids go to bed, I probably could load something up. But then I got to wake up tomorrow at 6 a.m. I don't want to do that. Just not sleep. Nah. We'll just do our regular stream. Oof. But maybe one of these times we'll do like a 12-hour stream. I don't think I have it in me to do 24 hours. I'm too old for that business. I know my limits. All right, so then we got apt, yay bin, cd yay bin, yay git, yay bin. Oh, because the git version we're grabbing from the AUR is building the whole thing. If we want to install yay a lot faster, grabbing the bin would be preferred. Agreed. That would be much faster install. No need to grab the git. Also probably more stable. 24 hours is easy. Well, spoken like a young man. All right, now we're done with that. Let's go over to Adam, right? Adam got quite a few. Let's go to the pull request from Adam. Kowski. Oh, really? Paru bin's outdated on the AUR. Oh, damn. All right. Add script to set up shell aliases for linutil. What do we have in here? All right. So we have shell aliases, check shells, setup alias. That's kind of cool. Instead of doing shell aliases like this and curling the linutil, I think my idea behind this would be, well, I think we just install it. It's a binary. So curling it each time. Do we want, let me see. What do you all think? Do we curl it each time, pull down this binary, or do we just install the damn thing? We can install it with like a desktop file and make some pretty things happen here if we want. We can do it just curl through terminal each time and just have an alias like done here. There's a lot of different ways to kind of skin this cat. What's the best, most efficient way? I'm inclined to say installing instead of doing just aliases to curl, especially since linutil is the binary name. So aliasing it could be a conflict. Just thinking out loud there. About installation C333. Let's take a look. What's 333? Linutil. Let's go pull request. What's 333? Oh, no. It'd be cool if you could do it by number, right? Did we already close it? Oh, no. All right, whatever. 333. Where are you at? Down to 2 pages now. How about that? I don't even see 333. Oh, it's an issue. Well, that would make a difference, wouldn't it? Crates, IO, and AUR packages. As linutil continues to grow, I think it's important to make more accessible to a wider audience. One way to do this is by creating and maintaining packages for different platforms. I'd like to offer a crate and maintain linutil packages on crates.io and the following packages on the AUR. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That would be good. For crates.io, modifying crate.toml file to meet the requirements. I'd open a PR, publishing it, the package, and maintaining it. Why would we create a crate for it, though? Let's see. Let's see if he mentions that. I wonder, requirements. Also need to think about version names because we have year, month, date, where it should be, typically it is done in this format with a major, minor, patch. I know I put V 1.0. Logic here, just a little behind the scenes on the YouTube side of things. There is no logic. There's no programming logic. The only logic that enters into a YouTuber's head when he's titling something, what will people click on? So if it is version 69, I'll probably label it version 69 because people are, 69, click. But if it's version, 12, I'm gonna be like, that's boring. Gotta think of something else. The version that changes everything or whatever. So versioning when it comes to YouTube and those types of things, those titles are going to be wacky. It's just nature of the beast. The year, month, date. Versioning is something that I did on Windows Utility just because I really like the idea of just seeing the version and then immediately knowing, oh, okay. Yeah, this was updated 7 days ago. I'm good. Or maybe let's say you install the binary locally and you're launching it and you're like, crap, look at that. The version number's 2 months ago. I bet there's a newer version. just the thought process there. Now you could just do a regular version number like a normal developer and then just say, this is the date it was released, and then have their date hard coded into it as well, which I think we pretty much do a creation date anyway. So the versioning doesn't matter in this regard, more so on Windows utility because it's a script. But yeah, what is the video editor that you use the most now? DaVinci Resolve. It's pretty much the only editor I use now. We will not believe how the devs name their new version. Bonus points for the caps small lowercase. You sure know how to title a YouTube video. Gotta be illiterate and not understand caps and all those types of things, and then just throw it out there. Typical YouTuber. With Crates.io, it might be much easier. It's a project built in Rust. You can go on basically every distro, go cargo install linutil. Oh, okay. Thank you for explaining that to me, Adam. That's neat. So if you already have Rust installed, just a cargo install linutil. It's neat. Yes, I like that. Be like Network Chuck and say right now, I don't want to blatantly rip off Chuck. That's like his thing. I'm going to be like, you have to do this yesterday. If I was going to do it, I'd have to do something tongue-in-cheek like that. I don't want to blatantly copy. Any chance to get QEMU and Looking Glass in linutil? Looking Glass is a little more tricky. I don't know about including it, mainly because it's hard to automate. QEMU, absolutely. We're doing QEMU and virtualization for sure. Don't forget the outstanding UI change PRs. What are those? Oh, yeah. Anyways, I do love this, by the way. Love this idea, and I approve. Okay. What was the UI? Were they... Oh, the minimum TUI size, Jeeve. Yes. I think we fixed this because we removed the build tracking in GitHub, because before it was not able to be squashed and merged because of it. And what was hides the contents of the menu until you navigate back up. Why? Oh, I think this was just an issue. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm starting. My brain was still in PR mode. I'm like, why would you do that? No, that's a bug because of the resizing of the window and hiding text. Okay, cool. So this looks good. Let's double check. We don't see any conflicts. Let's look at the code. I think we already did and approved it, but I want to look back through. Yeah. No, this is gravy. It's a pretty small PR that does a lot, though. My favorite type of PR. Small PRs that do a lot. Nice. Squash and merge. Bam. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for all the hard work, too. I don't say it enough, and I really do appreciate a lot of the contributors that make these open source projects possible. It's just awesome. I love it. I know sometimes it feels like I'm complaining when I'm going through these, but a lot of the time you just got to remember, this is just straight brain to mouth. That's all these streams are. As I'm working on it, I'm trying to just saying, hey, what my internal thoughts are. And it's not to say too much when you look at something on YouTube or a live stream, a lot of it's rehearsed, or that people will want to sound smart. And I say some of the dumbest shit ever. I know it. And I even get called out in the comments about saying some of this stuff. And I acknowledge that does happen. But you got to realize a lot of this is less about you thinking I'm a smart guy and more about getting shit done, getting the best product out on the market, getting a utility built that is just the best ever. Whatever I have to do to accomplish that, that's what I'm going to do. So that's what all this is about. So a lot of it's just a brain to mouth dump. What I'm thinking of at the time may be right, may be wrong, maybe just, wow, I didn't know Titus was that stupid, but it's just what I'm thinking of. I do it because I want to know, hey, this is my direct thoughts. Is this right or wrong? And sometimes I will push back against chat when they tell me I'm wrong. I'm like, no, this is fine. We're doing it. But often I'll look at chat and be like, oh, wow, I am way off base there. Well, my initial thought was wrong. and I do love it. So I do appreciate everybody, whether it's contributors or chat, chiming in and going, hey, Titus, blah, 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 blah. I love that. Even YouTube comments afterwards that I come back to on Titus Tech Talk, I love that as well. So, yeah, just want to say that out loud because I think some people get the wrong impression on some of my streams or when they rewatch some of these videos. Man, it's really just about the end result than views or some kind of, ego. I try not to have an ego as best as I can. Not to say I don't have an ego, because I absolutely do. And sometimes it gets bruised. But that's just part of the learning experience. Let's see. 470 will help you a lot for this stream. What do we got? All right. Label MGMT, rename, and add manual trigger. Add manual trigger to label all open PRs. Test it on. Okay, yeah. We're probably doing... Instead of just constantly running... Oh, I guess it still does it. So we're doing setup PR number process. I'm not sure this entire PR is even needed. As I'm thinking about it, while I appreciate the thought of the automation of it, now that I'm thinking more on it, I think I need to get better about just labeling the PRs as I do them. Sometimes automation can be a bit too much, and I could just, after we ran into that earlier issue, now that I'm thinking more on it, I think what we're going to do is just not do an auto label system. I feel like I should be the one to choose, hey, this is a bug, this is an enhancement, let's squash and merge, and then just get into that habit. So I think I just retrain myself, then have an automated thing, because this is gonna work a lot of the times. I guess it's better than nothing, but what would be the best solution here would be me just not forgetting to label stuff. Just my 2 cents there. Let's go git pull. Let's go into GitHub, and let's just remove. Let's go workflows. I appreciate the thought behind it, Drift, but now that I think more on it, I think that's what we do. Let's remove the auto label PR action, because that would be the best solution across the board. Oops. Oopsies. Fat fingered it. I reopened it right as you closed it. Alrighty. A GitHub that checks for bashisms. Oh, now that's cool. If you do this now, you're going to get a lot of CI failures. Do we break it? Do we break it right now? I mean, it feels like Adam's goading me here. Whenever I say don't merge this now, I'm always like, let's merge it. Let's see what happens. I want to see it break. All right, let's see. Pretty basic workflow here. We're just grabbing this in looking or isolating it down to the tabs path, which is where all the bash scripts are. So if it's not changing something in tabs, it's not going to actually run this script, which is what we want. And it will only run it when those changes happen. I like it. So he's limited the scope of the action down. He's doing Ubuntu for the container. And then we're just doing an apt install dev scripts. I don't think I've ever done an apt install dev scripts. Probably should. Concatenate all.sh files and check for bashisms. Really? So you find it, does that with the argument dash check for bashisms. How cool. Neat. Let's do it. I want to see the failures. Sea of red incoming. Hold on to your butts. Abolish the bashisms. Let's go. We have a lot of bashisms. I totally get it. It won't break anything. It's just going to be like a failed CI, which is good because I want future PRs. Like we have like 20 some odd outstanding PRs that's just going to like, ugh. We also do, now that I'm thinking about this, why we're on the subject. Let's do a git pull. Why we're on the subject. Let's go into our Rust workflow, right? Rusty. And we look, it's just always running it. And what we want to do is only run when .rs files change. In the core or the, I think it was TUI folder. In the core or, we don't need to isolate it down. Perfect. Apply. So what this does is we're changing the Rust checks to only run when Rust files change or cargo changes. Because Rust shouldn't be running whenever we're having all these bash things coming in. The Rust linter, probably using the incorrect term there, is running, and we don't need to unit test Rust stuff against bash stuff. So we now are going to have a unit test for our bashes. Well, right now we're only doing bashisms. We need to do a shell check as well. So technically, this is good. We'll unit test just the Rust files, which is solid. Make sure that that's there. Lousy. Only run Rust lint on RS files. So yes, adding a shell check would also be the next thing. So we're going to check for bashisms because a lot of people submit stuff with like echoes, print-p. I'm guilty of this, so not calling anybody out. And then also doing a shell check to make sure that people don't submit bash scripts that are like pseudocode that aren't actually checked. So we should be doing a unit test for using shell check saying, hey, this is here. And then that one we're going to have to put some thought into. I don't think I've ever done a unit test for shell check. I'm pretty sure you can do it though. Yes, the TUI was made with Ratatouille. Yeah, I like it though. That's, man, it's just coming together. Just these little things. We're making lots of improvements on this stream though. Lots and lots of improvements. Something's going to break probably, but that's okay. That is all right. All right, let's get through some more from Adam. I don't think we've gotten enough. Add script to set up shell aliases. I think from now, I think we don't do the aliases. We'll go with a binary. We already did the other one. So I think we're just going to close this one out and move on to the next. Add version checking and config migration for Alacrity. Ooh, what's this? Add a version, merge PR66 from DWM first. What happened here? Migrate Alacrity to TOML and YAML form. Oh, I like TOML though. Why do I have to use YAML? I don't like it. I don't like YAML. TOML's better. Tom knows his stuff. I don't like it. Why do I have to do this? Oh, that's why. Crouchy old man yells at Cloud. I like TOML. I don't want to use YAML. I made the TOML logo, by the way. Oh, Rob, that's good. YAML is deprecated, but is for backwards compatibility. So users with old versions of Alacrity don't have issues. Do we care? Real question. Do we care? I think they should upgrade. Get with the times, old man. The future is now. Use TOML. I mean, I get it, though. Let those old men suffer. TOML for life. YAML is for losers. I'm sorry. I really hate YAML. I just do. I do. I know that's terrible. All right. Anyways, let's see this one. We're doing version checking. Okay. Alacrity is over there. It's greater than or equal to .3. Migration config files. Failed to migrate Alacrity config files. So what are we doing here? So normally we're just curling this. And then if we're doing an Alacrity thing, if version here, Alacrity version. Interesting. Okay, close this one too. All right, good enough. Fair enough. I just want to keep my TOML. I just don't want to do any YAML. It's just so easy to screw up. All right, refactor gaming setup. This probably needs to happen. I think I spun this up super fast. So I'm sure. Not up with the CI here. What do we got for the CI? Oh, that was the manage labels things. We got rid of that. So we're fine now. All right, what do we do? Oh, that was a big refactor. Shit. All right, we got to wine dbus. We got our packager. Oh, it looks cleaner. I like the case instead of the is statement. So then we check for multilib, blah, blah, blah. Like it. Then appnala. All right. Escalation and packager tool. That's fine. Then we got DNF. Got to do the quotes around the escalation tool. That'll throw some errors in shell checker. We're getting rid of some bashisms right there. Packager. Printf. Got that. I wonder, how are you handling 32-bit? Because before we had that, you got to add 32-bit i386, but I don't see it in your script. Is that handled up here? Ah, it's handled up here. Okay, cool. And then we got Lutris in there and GOverlay. GOverlay and additional dependencies, where's that at? Making sure that's in there. I love me some GOverlay. Steam, Lutris, GOverlay. I like it. That's a better layout, I think. For Paru on Endeavor or for Yay? Yeah, I mean, Yay or Paru. Honestly, I don't really care. Both of them are good, I think. Gonna fix some stuff up before merge. Okay. We'll hold off on that one. Remove arch from start install scripts. Man, I was just thinking about this. I really do want to get some like Raspberry Pi functionality and utilizing this in a Pi. I know that's the idea behind like having ARM support for a lot of the linutil in my mind is new users can just like grab a Pi, these little tiny boxes for like 50 bucks. And if you want to learn Linux, the Pi is a great place to start because you can jack it up and then just be like, oh, well, I'll just format the card again using like the imager, load it back up with a fresh install, and then go to town. And you can do so much cool stuff, and it's great learning experience for people wanting to learn like Linux. And I would love linutil to have that ARM compatibility, but I do digress. But yeah, but here's another approach, adding Arch 64 ARM back into linutil. I think the PR should be held off for now. I agree with NN on this because I do want to add it back in. And then it just mysteriously failed on some of the builds. It would be very hard to make a lot of these scripts work on ARM though. That's where I'm kind of like, oh man. I kind of go back and forth with it. What was the big changes we were making? Oh, it was just this right here on the start. Yeah. I think it's fine. I'm going to close this for now because I do eventually want to try and add it. I don't know if we can do it or not. I don't know if we could actually do it. Right now, obviously, I don't think it matters. As I don't think anybody's launching linutil in ARM. We could change it and just be like, hey, not supported yet. So we'll close that out for now. But I do want to add it back in. We'll give it a shot. I think it was just so early in the development, I was like, I'm running into errors with ARM 64. Before we add support for this operating system, let's just get the regular stuff and kind of get this hammered out. So then I was just kind of moving, and that's why I bypassed the build of the ARM 64, the cross compile. We'll fix it though. We're not going to give up on our Raspberry Pi users and other ARM devices just yet. Gaming setup, go back. All right, let's see. What'd you change? What was changed in our refactor here? apt-get. All right, what do we got? Adding the quotes, nice. And then we got our apt-get based on our earlier conversation. Oh man, that looks good. I like it. Thanks, Adam. Very good. Oh no, it has bashisms. Oh, I wonder if we rerun this, if it would still have bashisms. Read with another option -R. Because of the other stuff. Okay, that's the whole, yeah. It's gonna fail all over until we fix all our bashisms. So it's always gonna fail before we fix the bashisms. That's okay for now though. That's cool. I love it. I love it. That's such a good unit test. All right, so we got that. Let's keep moving. Let's try and get through these. Add code understanding and testing point to contribution guidelines. Documentation. All right, what do we got? We've seen some non-tested LLMs generated PRs in the past few days, and they're pain to review. Adding this guidelines to save us time not having to rewrite bad, non-working AI generated code. Yeah, this is true. All right, let's fix our... oh, we might have changed. Let's go approve. Can I not, I guess, whenever you can get a chance, I guess update that. For whatever reason, it's not allowing me to see the conflicts here. Anyhow, I do agree with it though. We do want to add that in. Add checklist for issue templates and fix the formatting. Okay. Documentation update. Fix the formatting of feature request and bug report. We need a new stable release ASAP. The new changes made since then have improved LinUtil tremendously. Agreed. We got a checklist. We got our enhancements. We got this. I like the header files. Oh, looking good. Looking good. Let's move on. And then we got grammar. Me and my bad grammar. I don't know. RISC-V, man. I love RISC-V's open source nature and then processing thing. While the performance will always be kind of a second-class citizen, I really love the fact that it exists. I have a RISC-V system in there. Oh, I co-authored that PR with the clause. Okay. All right. So let's look at our... all right. Me and my caps. Yeah. All right. Sweet. I blame YouTube titles. I wrote too many damn YouTube titles. That's why my grammar's gone. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. Create a GitHub workflow that checks for bashisms. Thought we already did that. All right, let's reload. Got 2 outstanding. This was the last one from Adam. Man, we did all of them. Nice. Double check. Make sure you didn't slip anything in there. Do not submit AI generated code without reviewing it and testing it first. This is very true. Do not do that. Do not do that, Chris. But yes, I agreed 100% there. I thought we already removed this right here for the pull request template, because we actually removed that because it was redundant, correct? So can't we just get rid of it? Because it's obviously a pull request coming in. Yeah, I'm just going to commit that. Bam. You already got me. You beat me. You beat me to it. That's funny. All right. Let's reload. Yeah, let's discard. Reload. Let's refresh. Oh, no. I wonder why it didn't allow me to change it. Because I just went in there and edited. Just like, hey, commit this. File cannot be edited. Interesting. Anyhow. Cool. That's all done. Let's go jump back into the regular LinUtil project. I think we've got quite a few. We've knocked out almost 40 pull requests. Oh shit, no. We've done almost... We started the stream. I think we've done over 40 pull requests. That's quite a bit. So we've got quite a bit of stuff. Let's just do a cargo run. Let's see how everything looks. We're feeling pretty good about a lot of our changes. Everything's looking good here. Could do some Olama. I wanted to check that out. Some other stuff. Time shift backup. Ooh. That backslash dash hyphen, Adam, it does look like that did not work on the printf. It's like a different design there. So I don't think we actually needed to escape out those dashes. Mainly because when we did the printf, I believe we did like a %B. And I think that allowed for the dashes to happen. Yeah. So, anywho, it's cool. I just want to look at that. All right, let's make a release. I think we're ready for a latest release. I don't think we have any issues here. Let's go to actions. Pretty much everything's fine here. Let's go to releases, and we're going to do a latest release today. It's been a couple weeks since our last release. Let's go ahead and delete our draft. We've got the makings of in future releases with me properly labeling everything. We're going to have features, bug fixes, documentation, all right here. It's going to be so great. Now, these are just general changes that happened, and I forgot to label the PR again. But I'm going to get in the habit of it, and then our future releases will be well documented. So this was updated 2 minutes ago. Y'all can play around with it. Let me know if there's anything wrong with this latest release, but I think it's ready to go. I'm pretty happy with that. That's quite a few PRs that we're done with a lot of things. The next release will be even better. As we move forward and get this stuff done, it'll be pretty awesome. I love this. And let's go ahead and update the contributing guidelines. Labels, documentation, perfect. Ready to go. Files changed. Perfect. Beautiful. There we go. one last squash and merge. And I got to go pick up my son. So, abrupt into the stream. Have a great one. See y'all later. We'll go. Yeah, shoot, that's right. I'm not going to my day job this week. I'll see y'all tomorrow then. Oh my God, I feel like I'm on vacation. This is amazing. Sweet. Tomorrow, early again. Early stream because I still got to pick up my kids and stuff. So, all right, deuces.